Well, hey folks, this here's my son's 2011 Ford Escape. We're just going to do a simple maintenance task on it today. We're just going to remove the rear differential cover, drain the old gear oil out, clean it up, reseal it, and put some new gear oil in it. Not too big, but I figured we'd take you along. We already got it jacked up. So on a vehicle like this, the proper way to do it, with a unibody vehicle, jack it up on the pinch weld on either side. As you can see, we've got these hard rubber pucks that make it a lot easier so you don't damage your vehicle. But I got a jack on each side, real easy. I have a chock on the front wheels here just in case it doesn't roll away. There's the other jack on the other side. You might want to say, yeah, I should probably put some jack stands under there. I do have them, but I got two jacks under there. I'm not concerned with it falling down, so I'm just going to be lazy and leave them alone. So you guys can let me know how dangerous I am in the comments. Sure, maybe one jack will fail. They're not both going to fail. I'm not worried about it. Anyways, under the rear end here, real simple. Just got a little IRS independent rear suspension set up here on the back of the Escape. And there's your differential right there. All I'm going to do is just go ahead and unbolt the cover. Now before I did pull the fill plug out just to make sure I could get it out. I wanted to see how much gear oil was in there. Alright folks, let's get started. Alright, so we're removing these bolts. They're all 10mm here. And I don't know if this has ever been serviced or not. The vehicle has about 180,000 miles on it. My son bought it here just over a year ago. But as you can see, it does have the gray RTV on it. That looks like the ultra gray. Could be factory. I know manufacturers do use that. You can see on the mating sealing surface here, you can see a little bit of that gray RTV. So who knows if it's ever been serviced or not. They're not super torqued down. They just feel about normal. So anyways, yeah, we'll go ahead and get the rest of them out. Alright, so we got all the 10mm bolts out except for the very top one. We just loosened that one. And now we're going to pry on the surface with a flat blade screwdriver. Just a little bit, pop it in between there, and it should open it right up. Alright, so got the screwdriver in there. Got it popped open, and as you can see, that fluid coming out, I would say that is probably the original fluid. I can just tell by the way it's sealed on there, that's the original fluid. Not terrible, but it's a good thing we're going to change it. I'll let you see that fluid a little better here. Like I say, not terrible, but it's definitely never been changed. Let's go ahead and get that cover off. So here we go, the cover's off. You see those gears look pretty good. They're not all chewed up or anything. There's the cover there. It does come with a factory magnetic drain plug, and there's just a little bit of metallic material on there, not a lot. It wasn't making any noise or anything. This is just routine maintenance here. But yeah, it looks pretty good. The hardest part of the whole thing is to clean all that RTV off and make a good clean surface. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done now. Alright folks, so the differential mating surface itself, it's pretty clean. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for what we're doing. Alright folks, there's the cover itself. As you can see, we got it all nice and clean and grease-free. On both sides, actually. I'm going to go ahead and put some gray RTV on there real quick. I'll be back. Alright folks, so the housing's all cleaned up there. I got some RTV on the cover. You don't necessarily have to put it all on there like I did. You could just run a bead. But I do like to get it all around the holes just in case so it doesn't leak. Here's what I like using. This stuff has never leaked on me. Seems to be really good stuff. Well folks, here we are. I got it all buttoned up. As you can see, the RTV just squeezed out a tiny bit. That's about how it should look. I went ahead and used a torque wrench on everything because I'm picky like that. And I went ahead and filled it up with just over 29 ounces of fully synthetic. I believe it's 7590 gear oil. Here's what I decided to use right here, just a full synthetic 7590. They make it real easy these days. You can just squeeze the bag. Just got a tiny bit left over, maybe like maybe 2 ounces, give or take. 32 ounces. Put it right about probably 30 in there. It calls for like 29 and change. And if you want to know the torque specs, really not necessary, but factory torque specs on the differential cover, I believe they're like 20 foot-pounds, and the drain bolt is 10 if you want to go by factory torque, which you can see I actually did use a torque wrench. All right, y'all be good out there.